like to call the Tuesday, November 4th, 2025 Papillion City Council meeting to order. Ms. Brown, would you please take the roll?
Sunday. Here. Mumgard. Here. Gaines. Here. Glover. Here. Fanslaw. Here. Hoke. Here. Stubbe. Here. Engberg.
Here. Would you please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? Thank you. And do we have an affidavit of publication on file?
We do.
And a current copy of the Open Meetings Act is posted in the back of the council chambers. Chief Gosh, got a special presentation. Welcome.
You can kind of stand right over there. Mayor, City Council, Rob Gosh, Fire Chief. The Fire Service training is the hub to every fire service organization. Creates continuity in how a department operates, prepares and establishes the standards for new members to follow, ensures the current level of service is at its best, ensures the organization stays progressive, educating members to safely and efficiently respond to events, make sure the members are well trained by using the latest technology, equipment, and tactics, creates accountability of the organization's members, keeping them up on their training and certifications. And I'm happy to say that we have found our next training battalion chief, Ryan Tuhig. Let me just give you a quick bio of him. He's well invested in the Papillion Fire Department. He was hired in October of 2008, promoted to captain in September of 2018, has always been assigned to busy engine companies. When I came here, he's the captain of Engine 3, the busiest company, Papillion Fire. Along with being assigned to the busy engine companies, Ryan's invested. He sets all the specs for the PPE we wear. That's our turnout gear. He's involved with the testing and maintaining of our SCBAs. When you look at our SCBAs, that's the pack we wear on our back. It's the most vital piece of equipment we can wear. He's involved with updating tools and equipment. And he's also left his mark as a field training officer training new members. And I'm thankful for his training and experience because he set the standards. He set standards for others to follow. His family life, he has his family here with him. It's Gavin, Kelby, and Tierney. And Haley wasn't able to make it, so he's a busy family man. He enjoys spending time with them and their activities. I'll say from experience, the 24-hour shift makes it tough, but he makes time for them. Home life, when he's not serving the citizens of Papillion, he has his own farm and ranch. Ryan, when do you find time for this stuff? Hobbies include demolition derby cars that he builds and runs. And on top of all of that, he's a volunteer at the Valparaiso Fire Department. He can't get enough of it being paid, so he does it for free on his day off. I'm thankful and grateful for Ryan, his commitment and dedication to Papillion Fire, his family, his hometown, his volunteer department, and I also want to thank your family as well, Ryan, for them being supportive and committed to you as you endeavor in the fire service. I know you guys have to take sacrifices at times, and I'm thankful for that, and I appreciate you supporting your dad. So I'd like to present Ryan Tuhig, our next training battalion chief, and I'll have his son pin his badge on. Ryan, would you like to say a few words?
Just thank you guys for this opportunity. I look forward to the challenge that I'm faced with starting the program, building the program from where it is now, and to build a culture for the fire department that we can see for many years to come. Thank you.
Ryan, thanks. You've been an important part of the culture. Thank you and congratulations. Ms. Powers, Administrator's Report, please.
Yes, congrats, Ryan, well deserved. And also congrats to the Public Works Department. The city's Clearwell and Accessory Building Project won the Nebraska chapter of the American Public Works Association's 2025 Project of the Year Award for structures between $5 million and $25 million. And some quick project highlights. The city worked with HDR as the engineer and Samson Construction as a contractor for the project. The project came in nearly $1 million under budget at $15.4 million, and the city's ARPA funds were used to partially pay for the project. And it was completed 3 months ahead of schedule, which was the end of August of this year. It was supposed to be the end of November. And the Clearwell added an additional 2 million gallons of on-site water storage, which tripled our on-site storage capacity and gave us the ability to meet our growing peak water usage demands. All of this, plus much more information, is why the project won Nebraska's APWA 2025 Project of the Year. It will now compete with the other states' projects of the year for the national APWA's Project of the Year. So special thank you to City Engineer Alex Evans and the Public Works team for their work on this project over the past 3.5 years. And then a quick library master plan update. The city's consultants are currently working on the data analysis phase. The tentative plan is to bring the preliminary report back to the 2 city council committees for your feedback and review in January, and then present to the public at an open house in either February or March, depending on your feedback, and then to finalize that report in March or April. And then just another note, I know we've mentioned this several times, but the legislative work and meetings for the 2026 legislative session are in full swing. Between the League and United Cities, we're meeting almost weekly, it seems. But there's still a little time if there's something that you think we're missing or you're not sure if we're working on it, to meet with Mayor Black or myself, get in touch with us to see if there's something that you think we should be working on. And then just a quick reminder that City Hall and city offices will be closed on Veterans Day, which is next Tuesday, November 11th. There will be a Veterans Day ceremony at 11 a.m. at the American Legion Post 32. Please try to attend if possible. And thank you to everyone who has served for their many sacrifices. Thanks.
Thank you very much. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda? Motion by Councilman Glover, second by Councilman Gaines. Any proponents or opponents? Council discussion? Please vote.
8 yeas, 0 nays.
Motion passes. Next is item D1, ordinance 2071, an ordinance to amend 2025-2026 salary ranges for management exempt positions. Is there a councilman will introduce? Introduced by Councilman Fanslaw. Item E1, ordinance 2070, an ordinance to approve a change of zone from AG agricultural to R2 single-family residential medium density and R4 multifamily residential for the property legally described as part of the southeast quarter of the northwest quarter, along with part of the northeast quarter of the southwest quarter, all located Section 36, Township 14 North, Range 12 East, generally located southwest of South 66th Street on Cedardale Road. The applicant is MDRP LLC, Trumbull Hills. It's a public hearing. I'll open it. Proponents, welcome.
Mayor Black, members of council, Martin Pelster, Croker Huck Law Firm, 2120 South 72nd Street, suite number 1200, on behalf of the applicant. Kyle Vole with ENA Consulting Group is here with me to answer any engineering questions you might have. I'm available to answer any questions from you or the audience. So, thank you.
Do we have any other proponents or opponents? I'll close the public hearing. Related item, item F1, Resolution R250204. It's a public hearing and a vote. A resolution to approve a preliminary plat for the property legally described as part of the southeast quarter, the northwest quarter, along with part of the northeast quarter, the southwest quarter, all located Section 36, Township 14 North, Range 12 East, generally located southwest, South 66th Street and Cedardale Road. Applicants MRDP LLC, Trumbull Hills. Again, it's a public hearing. Proponents, I'll note the applicant's still here, unless you have something else. Okay. Any other proponents or opponents? Close the public hearing. Is there a motion to approve Resolution R250204? Motion by Councilman Ingberg. Second by Councilman Stubbe. Any council discussion? Please vote.
Seven yeas, 0 nays, 1 abstention by Sunday.
Motion passes. Item F2, Ordinance 2068, an ordinance to approve the vacation of alley right-of-way within Block 43, Beatles 2nd Edition, as platted, surveyed, and recorded in Sarpy County, Nebraska, with title thereto divided between the abutting landowners. Is there a motion to approve of ordinance 2068? Motion by Councilwoman Hoke, second by Councilman Fanslow. Any council discussion? Please vote.
8 yeas, 0 nays.
Motion passes. Have fairly brief agenda items, all the regular agenda items. No committees have met. Comments from the floor. And as people are coming up, I know Mr. Mike, you know it, but for the others and for the public, we'll allow 3 minutes for public comments, because I think we might have quite a few people, so we'll allow 3 minutes, and then I'll give a 1-minute warning. But more important, whatever's being talked about during public comments has not been publicly posted on an agenda, and so we cannot respond to anything that's said, so we're really here to listen on the public period. So welcome. And if you state your name and address for the record.
Mike Erdman, 926 South Madison Street. For transparency, I am on the Planning Commission, but I come tonight as a private citizen on this matter. I want to thank everybody for the opportunity to certainly speak on this issue. Tonight I want to talk about dog bites, dog attacks. I've been attacked twice in the last month. We're here tonight to, I guess, try to update some codes, or at least a reconsideration of what is considered victims' rights, dangerous dogs, and a broader definition of reckless ownership. I know it takes a while. We all are aware that it can take a year or more for changes like this to happen, so we're aware of that. We just want to elevate the priority of it. A little bit about my attacks. About 4 weeks ago, I was walking my dog, middle of the day. A neighbor had his house up for sale, doing some things in the back. Gates open, pulling debris out. Lab comes out. We saw this one coming, and we were ready for this attack. As another transparency here, just to make sure that I'm, I guess, honest with everybody. I have a dog, a large breed rescue dog, that has shown some unpredictability. So I'm speaking from not only the owner side, but also being attacked. The first attack, we saw it coming. I grabbed my dog. Dogs were up. They were after each other. The owner was running out, grabbed it. No worse for wear. Nobody was injured. But I thought to myself, should I report this? Should I report this attack? Primarily for, even though this person's moving, the dog shows a tendency to attack someone, not be called back. My dog will call back. This wasn't. So I let it go, as I think some of us have in the past, and I think we need to change that mentality. We need to report these. The second attack, there's a dog in my neighborhood. The owner is confined to a motorized wheelchair. Not that he shouldn't own a dog, but he should have a better understanding of what control of the animal is, or his physical abilities to control. Every time I round the corner, he'll be out in the front yard with his dog running loose, full-bred pit bull, and he'll put it on the leash. He'll put it on a lead in the front yard, so he already knows it's dangerous. Come to find out, he walks his dog around all the time without a leash, rolls around the neighborhood, and other people were concerned too. I get about a house and a half past, and this dog attacks us from behind. I stop my dog, I pull out my pepper spray. I mean, it's so instant, it takes you a few seconds to understand what's going on. Deployed the pepper spray, which only deployed a little bit of it. That didn't stop, but I reached down to grab the dog's chain. It bites me in the hand, and then I proceed to punch it about a dozen times in the face until the two neighbors came out, and the owner in the wheelchair rolls up. They pull the dog off. The owner went back to his house without saying sorry. How are you? How's your dog? He put his dog away and hid in the house. He didn't come back out. He's never once contacted me since. I'm not injured. My dog had a little mark on its, well, I'm injured, bruised, but not broken skin. My dog has a small mark on its pad and some red marks on its neck. And the reason why my dog was protected is because of this, and I'm going to explain this in just a minute. And I appreciate just a few extra moments if I could. What I found was calling the Humane Society. What was this person cited for? What's the process? Can I attend meetings? Can I give a witness statement? They couldn't tell me anything. It was all under investigation, and nothing was allowed to be given to me. I mean, I've been attacked by something. This isn't a minor child or a domestic situation or something else where there's some confidentiality needed. This is me. I've been injured. I've been bitten by a dog, and so has my dog, attacked twice. So we were really frustrated, and I thought I'd put it out there on social media saying, hey, is it just my issue, or is there a bigger issue here? Because I've heard things, other people's dogs getting killed, and other stuff, and my dogs down the street attacked our mailman this summer, so I put it out there. Within hour, I was flooded with DMs about people being attacked in our city, and not having a voice in this whole process, and thinking that the process is just fragmented. We've all had to change our things. I mean, I carry a bear spray now and a expandable baton. Other people said they carry hunting knives and firearms.
No, okay, just a minute. Yeah.
And so what we found out was that we have to plan and prepare tactically to go walk our dogs, and that's not right. So the issues that came about were simply this. It seems the victims have limited rights, and penalties aren't strong enough. We need to define the process of surrendering after an attack. That's subjected by the animal control officer, and that's not right. We should have a defined purpose. A dog of a certain size, breed, etc., that bites needs to be removed, not just housed back in the neighborhood. It's like, here's your citations. You stay inside now, behave yourselves, you hear? That's about how it felt to me. That's the only thing that happened. And we also need a broader definition of reckless owner. I've supplied all of you tonight with copies of those three issues: victim rights, defining potential dangerous dogs, and defining a reckless owner, and broadening that. I think these would at least start the conversation. So that's what I'd like to do. I'd really like to expand on this, but I don't. The other thing I'd like to say, just one thing, This is a full harness, this is a full harness for a dog. Dog's head sticks out here, this comes under its chest, and this around its back. The most important thing on this, if all dogs of large size, or any dog really, is this handle right here, this control handle. If that dog the attacking dog had one of these on, I wouldn't have had to go for its neck collar. I could have grabbed it from the back and tried to pull it off my dog. Both dogs can be handled like this. Our canines use these types of things, and it protected my dog from serious danger because this was around its neck and this was around its hindquarters. Thank you.
Thank you. And again, we got to be careful that we don't get into an active discussion, but knowing that it is a topic and others are going to come up, do want to let you know there's been a council member that has asked that the item be taken to our Public Safety Committee just to continue that dialogue. So it's not going to be ignored.
Thank you.
Mr. Sunday?
I was going to ask a question if I permitted.
I'm going to look to the city attorney.
Because it's not a published agenda item, I encourage you to not have the back and forth in this forum. Thank you.
Welcome, and if you state your name and address for the record.
My name is Jody Sutton. I live at 1005 Mackenzie Drive in Papillion. I'm in Hickory Hill Estates. I've been waiting 9 years to have a voice, so I apologize. I was walking my dog Duke. He's a chocolate lab. He was 11 months old in January of 2016. We had 3 Alapaha blue blood bulldogs come upon us, and they attacked him from all sides. I pulled. I ran back to my garage and got a shovel. It did nothing. I called 911. They said they weren't going to help me. I needed to call National Humane Society. I said, no, they're too far away. And some words were said, and a police officer showed up at my home, and they were still working on my dog. This was my lab the day after this attack. I slept on the floor with him for 3 weeks because he wouldn't come out of his crate. He had 87 wounds, lacerations, staples all over his body. My kids saw this. Neighbor kids saw this. Owner lived a street over. He was running a kennel out of his home. He was doing vaccinations. I told the police. I tried to get all the help I could, but my dog was considered property, and that's that. So he paid the vet bills because I found out who his homeowner's insurance was, and I went after them. And we've been living with this for 9 years. We have a special door at the vet because he can't be around other dogs. We can't go on a family vacation, not in 9 years, and we came off of 20 years in the military, so I can tell you how many vacations we've had. I can count on one hand. This has affected us every single day. I can't drive in the car with him without him going crazy because he's afraid all the time. He and I are on some lovely anxiety meds. He's had to have a knee replaced. And we got $1,400 in the beginning for vet bills. not for lost work, not for all the gas back and forth. We spent weeks going back and forth to the vet, surgeries and everything else. So I hate that we have to live with this. It has to affect us for so long. And he still has dogs. 2 of them had to be shot that day. We used pepper spray. We used everything else. Couldn't get them off of him. 2 of them had to be shot. 1 of them ended up being surrendered. He still has dogs. He's still living his life. He's still doing whatever he wants to do. So I hate how little help we got. I hate that nobody would talk to me. I hate that every lawyer I called said that it was just property, like my dog's a mailbox that got hit by a baseball bat from a kid. It's disgusting. We left Texas with this being a problem, and I was glad we were in a safer place, and we weren't here 2 years, and I no longer felt that way. So it is important, and thank you for your time today.
Thank you. And Mr. Erdman and others that are here, and a little bit to Mr. Sunday that's got a question. Since we can't have an active dialogue with a quorum of the council, I'll ask the city attorney to be available afterwards. We can go into the conference room, and Mr. Sunday and maybe a couple other council members, if they have questions, we can have that dialogue. We just can't have a quorum of the council in the conference room, but we'll ask the city attorney to maybe facilitate that, and then also talk a little bit about our process of what we can do through the Public Safety Committee. So we'll do that in the conference room over to the side. Welcome.
Hi, Lisa Fox, 6802 Beth Avenue. I'm pro-dog, first of all. I've been involved in dog rescue for at least 8 years, last 3 years at Town and Country Animal Rescue. I'm not in favor of breed-specific legislation. I believe that any dog can bite. I lived in Omaha for 50 years, never had an incident with a dog. I've been in Papillion for 12 years. My dogs have twice been attacked. Once 2 dogs were being walked by children, and they could not hold on to them. I did not sustain any injuries, nor did my dog. The second time, a dog came, there's a walking trail in my neighborhood. A dog came from the front of the house, ran about 150 feet down to the walking trail, bit my dog. She required surgery. The owner denied that his dog had done it. It wasn't until I submitted the vet report to him and photographic evidence that he said he'd reimburse me, but then it took a lot of effort to get him to reimburse me. So I'm pro-dog. I'm anti-negligent owners. This owner told me he was not wearing his contact lenses, and he had a new harness that he did not know how to use. So I think people need to be responsible for their dogs. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else? Welcome.
Hi, my name is Mitzi DeTavernier. We're at 807 Lexington Lane, and I spoke in August about our dog that was killed on July 5th by a neighbor's dog right around the corner. And I'm here for supporting change, which you guys already know. And the county attorney, everybody's been wonderful. The chief of police, county attorney, everybody except the Nebraska Humane Society. I have yet to receive a call back from them. But they did tell me that the court date is set for towards the end of November. The people haven't even went to court. It's been delayed several times on that killed our dog. And they'll probably be fined about $50 on each count, because that's the normal in Papillion. She can't, even though our dog died, and the dog had bit before and stuff, $50 is the normal, and I think we have a lot of things we can change to make things a little bit fairer. It's not gonna bring our dog back or change these. Every day I wanna cry just like they are and stuff, and I really think we can do a whole lot better than we have. Roxy meant a lot to us, a lot. Thanks for your time.
Thank you. Anybody else? Council comment. Council comments. Mr. Mumgard.
I'll be the council member that requests that we move this forward and develop an ordinance that can be voted at public hearing and vote. And so I request that this is the second time we've heard a citizen come forward with this kind of a complaint. So I request that you send this subject to a committee for an ordinance to be drafted, proposed, have it come in front of the city council so we can have a full public hearing and a vote.
Okay, and we'll probably send that to the Public Safety Committee. Any other council comments? And again, if I'll ask Ms. Hutter to maybe join in the conference room in case anybody doesn't want an update and a little bit of a visit. And then Mr. Mumgard, based on your recommendation, I'm assuming you'll probably pop in there. Mr. Sunday, I know you had a question. So I just want to be careful we don't get a quorum of the council if a couple others want to join. So any other council comments? Just the last couple of weeks, Leadership Nebraska was on this side of the state, and they took a bus tour of Papillion, so it was nice to show off Papillion to leaders from all throughout Nebraska, and talked a lot about the development that's going on and things that we've done, so appreciated that. Bellevue Chamber of Commerce had a mayor's forum with all of the cities in Sarpy County plus Plattsmouth and Ralston. So it was nice to give some updates there and hear what the other communities are doing. The employees had an annual chili cook-off. So it's nice that we got a personnel committee that gets people together, especially since we got multiple departments, multiple buildings. People can kind of get siloed, so it's nice to bring them together. So that's always a good event. Had a United Cities meeting. Again, as Ms. Powers mentioned, most of the focus is legislative. Session starts in January. It is a short session, and so I'm assuming about the only thing that will probably be talked about is property tax. So probably nothing new will get introduced other than property tax related. But again, if there's items that you really care about, you want us to be researching, it's not too early that we start thinking about that, even for the long session that'll be coming up after that. The Nebraska Association of Public School Foundations had a annual conference at the Landing, so that was nice. Statewide folks related to schools were using the Landing, so I went and gave an update, a brief update to them, and thank them for some of the partnerships that we've got between the cities and the schools and what the foundation does. And then we had a meeting with the Sarpy County Museum. They're trying to do some strategic planning and what long-term looks like, and so they were just trying to get input from Papillion, so it was nice that they reached out for that. And then just again, a reminder, Veterans Day, American Legion Post 32 will have an event at 11 o'clock. They're going to have it at the Legion. I think they're a little nervous about weather, so they're not going to do it at Veterans Park. They'll do it at the Legion, so that'll be right at 11 o'clock. Any other council comments? Mr. Stubbe.
Yeah, I do have a question, Mayor. You mentioned the legislative session. Obviously, Papillion and United Cities was instrumental in getting some legislation changed relative to sales tax. Do you see any more movement with regard to that? Excuse me.
We did have a small win. Well, it was a small item, but it was big to us. It was related to the being able to see a little bit into the incentive program. But I think I'd shared with you guys almost a year ago now, going into the long session, about 7 or 8 ideas. And one of those did pass. One of them is still in committee, and the other ones have not been taken up by the legislature. With it being a short session, we're gonna fight for them, but my gut is nothing will probably be taken up in this short session. But we're gonna work on it. The good news is the League of Municipalities has kept them in their legislative package, so it's not just us. It's actually the League of Municipalities has most of our items in their official legislative package. So, anything else? Is there a motion to adjourn? Motion. Motion by Councilman Gaines, second by Councilman Glover. Please vote.
AA, 0 nays.
Motion passes. And again, Mr. Erdman, we'll just be in the conference room over to the side.